Next is the Daniel Fink, the Science and Technology Advisor at Embassy Brazil, will introduce the Science Without Borders and the Internship Program in Korea. Please welcome him.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Our students, VIPs, government representatives, thank you for coming. Thank you for the KCCI, for the wonderful support. I think all the private sector, government bodies make this program possible. It's so great to work with you. Thank you for your support. And yesterday we had some small World Cup between some 8 countries, and our students prepared one team, but they were defeated by Indonesia. So that happened yesterday. So it's a proof that these students, they are here to dedicate themselves to science, right? Not to sports. So you can, Mr. Lee, Mr. Kim, Posco and Hilde, you can easily schedule some soccer games and you can easily defeat them with your employees. Okay, don't worry. But we hope it doesn't happen next year, right? With the real sports guys. But I'm here today to talk to the companies, especially to the new companies, about the Science Without Borders program, how it started and how we are managing the internships in Korea. So some press members say that Science Without Borders started from some bilateral meeting between President Obama and President Dilma, where President Obama asked her, why do we have 200,000 Chinese and Indian students in US and just 9,000 Brazilian students studying here? So she got this homework, and some months later she came up with Science Without Borders. So, and President Obama also forgot to mention that the third country that most heavily present in the United States is Korea, right? So many Korean students as well. So Science Without Borders was built to internationalize Brazilian institutions and supply some huge demand from our industry to have highly qualified engineers. So for Brazil, in order to keep growing the way we want, we need qualified people, and the Brazilian government wants to find these people, train our people abroad. So we prepared some ambitious targets on this program. So in total, 101,000 scholarships are granted to our students and researchers, right? And we are not just sending people abroad, we are also inviting some researchers. So if Korean researchers want to stay some time in Brazil, we can also support them and pay some competitive salaries. And another feature is that 25% of the program should be supported by the private sector. So that's why we are also so thankful to Hyundai Motors and POSCO for helping us on meeting this target. And our students are composed by basically 3 types. Undergraduate students, so most of this group here are undergraduate students that come to Korea to stay for 1 year. And they have a chance to do internships during winter and summer breaks. So we can also have scholarships to PhD students and to postdoc fellows. So some numbers about Science Without Borders Korea. So in the top, you can see the amount of students in each country. So you can notice that the first countries are composed by countries close to Brazil, or countries with some similar languages to ours. But right in the middle comes Korea, which is in the other side of the globe. It's a very different culture, totally different language, but that's the first Asian country that comes on this list. So we believe we are doing well, and more people are applying to come here. And as just like Ambassador said, our students, they just go to the top Korean universities, right? And we are very proud of that. That's not happening in some countries. And this message is important for the business people. Like Science Without Borders is focused on technology and engineering areas. So we are not sending law students, we are not sending business students to Korea. Social sciences, we are not sending, because our president was really emphatic on this point. Like, we need to give a boost in our industry. So that's the majors that you're gonna find. And in Korea, our students are mostly like engineers and some designers and some people from biological life sciences as well. So the internships run during summer and winter breaks. So every student is requested, every student should do internship during break time. They should not take vacations. They're not supposed to take vacations, because Brazilian government is fully supporting them. So that means the students should join your companies and you should not pay them, right? So because they have all the money they need for food and living expenses, etc. They may ask you some salary if they do well, but you don't have to pay. And the companies are also helping us in funding some scholarships and opening their R&D facilities for our researchers, and when students go back, offering some jobs for them. So Hyundai and POSCO signed the agreements for funding Science Without Borders, and many other companies join us also offering internships. And together with the Korean companies, we also have several large companies from Brazil and also from multinationals supporting the program. So last winter, in January, February, our students joined this group of companies, and we love to listen to their stories after they finish the internship. And we also love to publish their stories in the Brazilian government websites, what easily goes to the Brazilian press and gives to the company some press exposure in Brazil, right? So I think Mr. Ken and Mr. Kim will tell you about some of these stories, but you can see some pictures here. So, for example, some students even design cars in Hyundai Motors, cars that are supposed to be used in Brazil in the future, right? Some others are helping to build bridges, right? And some others, which is very important, are explaining about Brazil to the Korean employees. So this is also something that some companies ask, and the students can easily do, share some information about Brazil for them, right? And we are very fortunate that a new group of companies joined us this summer to offer internships. So now we currently have 32 companies asking some Brazilian students, and we already selected them. Students know all of them, right? And basically what is interesting now is that a new wave, a new group of small and medium companies are offering, requesting some Brazilian students, right? So we have the large companies who are looking for people they can hire back in Brazil, and they also Hana Micro came up with some new concept. Dr. Lee will explain you later. So Hana Micro will not run internship this time. They will run training program for people they will hire immediately when they go back to Brazil. So which is like a second step, right, Dr. Lee? I think it's a very interesting activity. But then small and medium companies, something very common from them is, okay, we need information about marketing and sales. How should I sell things in Brazil, right? Korean companies are very, very aggressive on this way, positive way. So, and this is something that, this is a message for the students, right? So this is something that we should take advantage of, because Korea do this all the time. So it's very quick here for something coming out from a lab and going to the market. And this is some secrets that we should start applying in Brazil, right? Taking research out of the laboratories and putting on the market. So, and this is some very interesting thing that we can learn joining these small companies. Right? And today, my last message to you is please don't be shy, all of you, right? I know that you prepared some business cards, right? So it's not every day you can meet vice presidents and CEO in front of you, right? They are not available in your university, right? And please say thank you to Mr. Yun. Mr. Yun, please stand up. A big hand of applause to Mr. Yun. Work hard to make this conference come true, right? And here you can find your future employer and share your vision about collaboration. So please take this opportunity. And I just want to conclude with this picture of our two Science.Borders meetings. So the first batch and the second batch. So you can tell that Brazilians are everywhere in Korea. So enjoy today. Thank you very much.